Good evening, everyone. This is Lainey at Hilltop Home Place. This is a video that is off topic for my channel, but I feel led to put it out to the public. We have a missing young teen from South Louisiana that I have had on my heart and in my prayers since I found out she went missing recently. Sadly, though I live not far from New Orleans, I knew nothing of her disappearance until the last 3 or 4 days. And she went missing on May 22nd, 2024, when she was on a day trip to the National World War II Museum in downtown New Orleans. A lot of people know where that is because it's a very popular destination. So I wanted to talk about her today. Kristhal went missing or ran away a couple of times before this current situation. I felt like I needed to give you a little bit of the details from those situations so that this current situation might be put into a little more context. I'll explain a little bit more of what I mean by that at the end of the video. Around the end of 2022, or right at New Year's Day 2023, she was reported missing from her home in Morgan City, Louisiana. Morgan City is a city located near the Gulf of Mexico in South Louisiana, and it's about 100 miles from New Orleans if you're driving. Not a lot of details were available on that incident, but the Morgan City Police Department reported on January 4th, 2023, that they had found her. During this episode, she was only 12 years old. The second reported incident where she went missing was in January of this year, 2024, and it was reported at that time that she was missing from her home in New Orleans. She had a different home, I guess, not in Morgan City anymore. She was last seen on January 19th, 2024. It was not reported where she had been seen. She had turned 13 years old by this time, and police put out the information that they believed she may have been headed to Avondale, Louisiana. Avondale is a town below New Orleans, and she may have had friends or family or a connection there. Or they believed she may have tried to get to Lockport, Louisiana, which is another South Louisiana town. It's located southwest of New Orleans, and it's along Bayou Lafourche. Again, she may have had some connections in this town. Lastly, they said, well, she may still be in the New Orleans area. To bring y'all up to date on what is going on now, on May 22nd of this year, Kristhal went to the National World War II Museum in the downtown business district of New Orleans on a group trip sponsored by the Louisiana Department of Child and Family Services. It is my understanding that she was now in the foster system in Louisiana. In both of the previous incidences where she ran away, it was not made clear if she was running away from her family or from a foster home. I don't know, but apparently she went missing on May 22nd of this year, and when she did, she was in the foster care system. No one saw her leave the group, but during a group count, they realized she was gone. Kristhal has now turned 14 years old, and the picture I'm showing now is her at the museum in the clothes that she was wearing. Now, I know that the tendency is to say that this child just ran away again. The tendency is to feel that she knows where she is and she doesn't want to be found, but I don't want to give up on her that easily. The NOPD issued a statement after this latest incident where she went missing from the museum, and they said that they feel she has fallen victim to human trafficking. They said they have no concrete evidence that she was taken by traffickers, but that due to her life circumstances and the way she disappeared and her age, that she is a target for traffickers. They said they remain committed to following up on leads and working with outside organizations to try to bring her home, but I wanted to put it out there and just say if you see her or know anything about her whereabouts, they're asking that you call the NOPD Special Victims Unit at 504-658-5267. The specifics are her name is Kristhal Chinchilla-Canizales, and she's 14 years old. The day she went missing, she was wearing a black Harley-Davidson pullover and a blue yoga-style jumpsuit. She's 5'2" and she weighs around 135 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. There's several reasons why I just don't want to give up on this child. Sometimes running away from home is a sign that something is wrong in the home, not with the child. I don't know any details. I don't want to put anything on this situation. I just want to throw that scenario out there of why she may have been running away, so that her case is just not written off as just another runaway. Again, I don't have any details what went on. I'm just throwing that out there as a scenario. Even if a home has a healthy atmosphere and nothing is wrong, sometimes children are just lured out of their homes by people who have been grooming them. They may not even realize the danger of interacting with these people at first, but they may run away to meet up with them. One tactic of groomers is for the groomers to just use someone to make the young person feel special or to feel like they're loved. Sometimes, like a teenage boy will flirt with a girl, become her boyfriend, and then hand her over to traffickers. Arranging these little meetups with them is a way to get them away from their families and into the traffickers' hands. So often they're threatened that if they tell their parents anything, that these traffickers will come back and hurt one of their siblings. I've heard this story before. I heard it not too long ago from a victim in Baton Rouge. And I hear it all the time. Oh, he seemed so nice. I thought he liked me. Or they'll tell you that I would have said something, but they told me they would hurt my sibling, so they don't say anything. That happens all the time. Once a trafficker has a grip on a young person and controls them with fear, it's very hard for them to see a way out. I don't know Kristal's situation, but she was in the foster care system and she may have chosen one option over the other, to leave that system and to go meet up with someone. I don't know. No matter what the situation, whether she's alone as a runaway or whether she was lured by a trafficker and left with them, or whether she's put back into the foster care system, she is not in a good situation. All the information that I could find on this latest disappearance was from the end of June to the beginning of July 2024, and she had been missing since May 22nd. She's just fell through the cracks. And after July 4th, 2024, the news alerts just dried up. She's being forgotten by the public, and I just don't want that to happen. She's in a stereotypical, vulnerable position as a foster child. And as a missing person, her life is in danger. So I just ask everybody to please screenshot her pictures here and the phone numbers that I've given. You never know. You may end up seeing someone who resembles her in a gas station or in a McDonald's in any part of the country at any time. But just keep this information and keep her in your prayers. And if you live along the Gulf Coast, please keep an especially good eye out for her, because it seems like her locations are more down here, but she could be anywhere. Information is just so hard to come by on this case, and the details have just not been made readily available on her disappearance. I want to know, where's the footage from the museum security cameras? I'm sure they had security cameras. The public, at least down here, has seen none of that. What evidence makes them think she's being trafficked? Even if she's not, even if she's in a runaway alone in the New Orleans area, she's in danger. So it's just either way, she needs help. And I'm just using this forum right here to ask that the officials keep the public informed so that her case is not forgotten. I just worry that because she's in the foster care system, her case is going to be forgotten. And so that's all we can do is keep her picture out there and pray that some leads come in. So, and I say to Kristal, if you see this post, please communicate with someone that you are okay, or let someone know that you need help. I'm praying for you. This is Lainey at Hilltop Home Place. Thank y'all so much for listening. Bye-bye.